I told you guys we'd be heading back to the second half of an adventure? It was really hard to follow it all the way through, but I'm making good on my promise, and after taking a much needed break to experience other horrors of the world, well, I've decided to return and torture myself and basically do a finish him to the rest of my existence. Dear God, okay, here we go. PTSD is real. So, where we left off, they were fighting off a pack of eagles, and for some reason, they were not able to open the van.
Open the door!
The door's stuck!
This is where I lost my mind, and I know that you guys are losing yours too with these freaking sound effects. And I know because my little dog is sitting next to me, and even though I'm wearing headphones, he looked up at me after hearing the shrieking noises that are going into my ears, and he told me, "Mommy, that's going into my ears." I know, I saw his face. Now he's under the table. Not like dead under the table, like he actually went under the table to go lie down. You know what's also hilarious? I like how this girl is laughing. She is cracking up because she knows she looks like an ass. She's probably thinking to herself, what the hell are we doing? Oh my God. You know, when people have a problem with me sitting down here and like getting upset, I understand where you're coming from. I understand, but you're not feeling it. You're not feeling it. I'm doing this for you guys. I know I don't have to watch this, but this is part of Dumb Movie Monday. I said I would do it, and God knows, I wish there was an end in sight. It would be so great, you know, if I don't have to do this anymore. Okay, so they managed to get inside the van. I don't know how they got the door unstuck, but they did. I mean, my other thing would be, instead of staying by one side of the van, how about you try the key? I don't know. Sounds crazy. But how about you try it in the other doors? Just saying, I mean, it's totally possible that the other doors might not be stuck, but whatever. So, they managed to fight off the birds and then go inside just with enough time to make it. And then as they drive off, the birds, oh my God, why are the graphics so bad? I'm gonna try to sit down through the rest of this movie, but seriously, I feel like I'm experiencing some severe PTSD. This is what I feel. This is, if I had to describe a way I felt, this would be it.
Oh, Keanu or Michaela.
But let's push through. Our group stops when they realize that there's some people on the side of the road that had pulled over. I guess they're trying to help the people. So they get out to check out the scenario. I know, I said that weird. When they look in the van, they see women that basically have the same scratch marks, like the birds took their faces and scratched them on the cheek and then with precision slit their throats. It's so freaking stupid. Like, oh my God. I know this is supposed to be funny, I'm not having fun at all. Because Whitbird looks at these people, and while they're still sitting in their car, is able to get in, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna just scratch you on the side of your face, and then just aim for your throat. Like, just with precision, just look. Their makeup artists don't have as much precision as these birds. No other part of their bodies are scratched up, by the way, just the sides of their faces, and just their necks. Need I also point you to the fact that even though they have those big old gashes on their necks, there's no blood on their shirts whatsoever. Like, no blood whatsoever on their clothes. Just spick and span. Like the birds bought them a change of clothes or something to hide the fact that they did such a wonderful job. No blood down their skin. They wiped it up and cleaned the wounds. Did a quick commercial for Tide and then put those shirts on those women. Their hair is totally neat, not disheveled. Their clothes not disheveled. Just almost like they just put on makeup and are just pretending to sleep so they can get rid of the kid that's under their car. I don't know, just a thought.
They're dead!
What kind of crying? Why did they have to loop that? Why didn't they just have a regular... Okay. So they bend down and find out that this little girl made it. She only has a scratch on her arm. Wrist, whatever. And see, this is so adorable because somebody made it. They also found a little boy who was in the trunk or something like that. And they decide to help this little girl because she's lost her family.
Come on, honey. Come over here.
Why would you call a child like that by signaling her to come over with the gun in your hand? Okay, maybe it's a state that doesn't really, she doesn't find him as a threat. But still, I mean, it is an apocalypse and things are going around with precision and slicing people's throats that are not surgeons. They're birds, but whatever.
Car, come on.
No, the birds will bite me.
No, they won't. Come on. I'll protect you, I promise.
Like you protected those other people?
I'm scared. They killed my mommy. They killed my mommy.
At least she's trying. Now remember, they've got to move quickly because for whatever reason, the birds have a vendetta against all humans and will quickly find them. And that's exactly what happens. The birds have come to ruin everyone's lives.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
What the hell was that? Were there a whole bunch of birds flying at them, but then when he goes to shoot them, there's only one and the others disappeared? This whole scene of them trying to rescue the kids and everything is just so stupid. The birds drop, they use the same shots over and over again. There's nothing wrong with using the same shots over and over again. Just do it in a way that doesn't look freaking cringe. But this entire movie is cringe, so I guess I don't really have much to say about that. They're on their way, they patch up the kids, and now they're a family of 4. So cool, because the only thing I would find entertaining is playing my PSP Slim as well. They go to a deli store and pick up some sandwiches and a whole bunch of junk food. Not the first thing that I'd pick up, but the sandwiches are a good deal. The chips and everything else, that stuff just makes you more hungry. That big ranch bottle that's sitting there in the far right-hand corner, that would be a perfect thing to pick up in Apocalypse. All that fat and carbohydrates, that is actually better than a lot of the food that you'd find at these convenience stores. They find a guy in there with his eyes pecked out, and there are no other survivors around the area. Oh boy, here they come. Understandably, these people can't stop anywhere for very long. But you know what they decide to do next? They decide to have a freaking picnic out in the open. Oh yeah, because every time they've stopped, it only took about a few minutes until the birds caught up to them and started attacking again. But no, they're going to take all that food that birds can probably smell from miles away as well, and they're going to have a picnic out in a field with no shelter around them, just totally out in the open. Don't believe me? Just watch.
Don't believe me, just watch.
It still just shocks me that they're actually doing this. I've just noticed there's a bird in the background and about right there. And the bird's totally fine having the time of his life.
Hey, look. There's an old guy on the bridge.
The sound mixing is killing me. I like how everyone's just chilling out on the beach, the one place where you would find a lot of birds, especially eagles. Okay, well, eagles don't frequent beaches, but these are zombie eagles or whatever they're supposed to be. They're infected with the virus. Smart man wearing a mask, especially since you have no idea what the sickness is. They approach the man and they're all like, "Yeah, you understand what's happening with the birds, bro?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, the bros are sick. The birds are sick. He can't touch them." But the conversation, the communication, the dialogue that they wrote for the scene is just so strange. There's something even juicier that we have yet to discover. By the way, big open field out here. Nobody's died. There's no birds in sight. Oh boy, here we go. So, they introduced Dr. Jones to the rest of the crew. By the way, I said group of 4 before, but I forgot that the stupid couple with the hangers, they were with them as well. Don't worry, they won't be with us for very long.
Guys, this is Dr. Jones. How do you do?
Hi.
Hi. Sir, don't you know that these birds are attacking people?
Okay, why did she go from 0 to freaking 60, dude? It's like, hi. Sir, don't you know that these... Oh, relax. Don't you know that they're attacking people? I mean, not to be all, like, judgmental, but you guys are sitting out in the open having a picnic, eating bread, the one thing that birds just can't help taste. Eagles who are attacking everything like meat. Meat is in between those sandwiches. You're out in the open. You're having a picnic. I don't even understand, like, just trying to explain the irony and the nonsensicalness. I don't, see, my brain's gone. But this is where it gets hot and sweaty and sweet and nutty and crunchy and fart. Oh, you guys wait and see, because this is what the real meat of this movie is. It makes everything so worth it.
These birds?
Yes.
No way, they're dead from the bird flu virus.
Is he a freaking idiot? You see what I'm saying about the whole communication thing? I don't think this was meant to be funny. Who wrote this? Are they just... we're almost done with the movie. Oh my god. Oh, okay, here's the meat.
How do you know this?
We just tested their blood.
Then why are they attacking us?
I don't know. But what I do know is global warming is causing viral diseases such as bird flu, West Nile virus.
Oh, whoa, oh god, here we go. Here we go. Look, believe what you want about global warming. I've heard both sides. I'm not even gonna say which side I'm on. Hell, I will. Look, global warming is a thing, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Is it a huge thing? Probably not. There are stuff that we need to do to protect our environment. We do. However, are humans the number one reason for why it's happening and the only reason for why it's happening? No, it is not. And that has been scientifically proven years ago, and it still is, whatever the case is. I don't mind people talking about global warming, but this is where it's so freaking weird. Because during this whole spiel, it's just so out of left field. It doesn't even sound like a normal conversation. Well, I don't know why the birds are attacking. But what I do know is global warming causes a lot of viral diseases and blah blah. Who speaks like this? This is so unrealistic. And you can tell that they probably made this for a high school project or something. I know these people aren't in high school. Maybe they got these dumbass actors that were next door to them or something to do this. And this is something that I'd probably do when I'm 7 and I want to make a little comic thing so that I can remember my notes. This is the kind of audio dramas or little comics that I would make, and this is the way I would make my character speak if I'm trying to remember scientific terms or Latin. That's what I would do. And it would be such forced dialogue, but I did it because it tied in with the adventure. But an actual movie, if it's not directed for education or you're not using it to try and study for your SATs or your common entrance exams, it's just, why are you doing it? Like, it's just so forced and so cringe.
It's ours.
So what are you saying? That global warming is causing these birds to attack?
No. I'm a scientist, I'm an ornithologist. I can't state any scientific fact without evidence. But there is scientific evidence to show that because of our burning of fossil fuels and creating greenhouse gases, which is causing global warming, it's raising the temperature of the seas, and species like the many bird species can't find food, like the nutrient squirrels. So they eventually starve and die, wash up on the shore.
I swear this monotonous drawl goes on for what's almost 4 fucking minutes. Oh my god. I wanted to pull out all my eyelashes. I used to have a problem with doing that when I was much younger, and now they're like grown back and they feel good and they look good. And I really feel like, you know, you sweet thick pieces of face pubes, I really want to just snatch a whole clump of you out right now because of how stressed I am. But I didn't do it. But it really makes me feel like I want to do it. When you are making a movie, this should not be in it. Put it at the end or something. Just, oh my god. Like, it is so cute that they thought that people would actually last this long, in general, to watch this and sit through this. I was actually watching this on full speed on YouTube because I just couldn't sit through. I felt like I wanted to cry how bored I was. I felt like I wanted to just wipe my dog's ass just for extra measure to make sure it was clean just to get through the boredom of this scene. Anyways, thank goodness that guy's gone. The girls go away from a little me time. They're both armed. I kept wondering to myself, where did they get the guns? I didn't even see, where did they get the guns? I know they took some off of somebody, like 2 off of somebody, then they just keep materializing. Who cares? It doesn't really matter at this point. Trying so hard to be accepting right now. I'll try a little harder for you guys. The journey's almost over! Unfortunately, it's a little too late. Blondie's friend is dead. And again, the bird, with precision, sliced her neck wide open with little to no blood. It's not even deep enough for it to be... Moving on. The boyfriend goes to look for his girlfriend and is sad, but you can't really tell because the acting sucks. There's not even much time to mourn her because the stupid, badly rendered birds are upon them.
Come on, let's go!
You know, the sound effects are killing me. My ears are being killed right now, very slowly. They couldn't find other sound effects for the bird, so it's not so monotonous. Oh my god. Well, there goes a vulture, a condor, a vulture. I've noticed that most throughout this movie, the birds aren't even doing anything, so they're just shooting at them for no reason. You know, from all of this action that's been happening on this adventure, and all of the bad acting that we've witnessed, this part is actually pretty sad. So this guy just lost his girlfriend. You didn't see it initially, but when he cries for her, holy crap. I actually really feel bad for him.
The Eagles killed Becky! I don't know what to do.
I know many of you are probably rolling your eyes with your mouths wide open and your tongues ready to fall out in a slop onto your counter or whatever surface you have in front of you, maybe your crotch, who knows. But what I'm really interested in, it's not even his expert performance that makes you believe that he's hurting. It's the quite normal paced traffic that's orderly driving by behind them.
I killed Becky. Sorry.
Look at all the traffic.
I don't know what to do.
Maybe wave those cars down and ask them if they're seeing what you're seeing. Because clearly these people are tripping on some seriously rancid acid. They find some people who are being attacked that are on a bus. I don't know how these people still ended up being here, but they're gonna go save them. This is the people being attacked. Oh my god. So they get some of the people out of the bus, but as you can imagine, they're not able to save these poor stupid people. And maybe honestly it's for the best. So these birds piss on them and then they die. They literally just roll over like they're melting and die. Oh my god, we're almost done. I'm sorry, I had to skip past a whole bunch of other stuff because I can feel myself fading and I don't have much left in me. So let's go to the real cute part of the story. They meet this wood elf guy. No, he's not really a wood elf, but you wouldn't even know it by his hair and the way he acts. It's just A-grade acting right here. And this is where we get to know what their purpose is and why all of this is happening.
You're a tree hugger?
You could put it that way. I love trees. They're my family. I look out for them and protect these precious redwoods.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that, you know?
So can we play in your treehouse?
Sure.
Yes, that'll be fun!
I feel like this is one of those movies where you're just advertising for the world's most stupid people.
Yes, that'll be fun!
No way, it's too dangerous. The eagles might come there.
Oh, they won't. You're very safe here in the forest. Haven't you noticed those eagles seem to be going after people in their cars and gas stations? Besides, it's not the eagle that I worry about. It's the dry drought weather that's killing these trees. There's not enough rain and water.
Okay, so I wonder what could ever be the reason for there not being enough rain and water. Why the eagles are not attacking them and why they're totally safe in the forest with the redwoods that this guy's protecting so they don't get cut down. We're about to find out. This is how you beat the eagles. Even though not all the birds are eagles, apparently.
Even worse, the spruce bark beetles are eating these trees to death and turning them from green to red. I remember when those beetles used to die out during the winter. But now with the dry climate, they've multiplied and taken over the forest. You take a look at that dead redwood up there. That was killed by a bark beetle.
Is this guy out of his rockers? Like, what is going on with his face? Maybe it's just the wig. I don't know. It's just freaking creepy.
Oh, damn global warming. It's the cause of dry climate and bark beetles and death of the trees and forest.
Oh my god, dude. That's the reason why the eagles are attacking people. That's why there is an apocalyptic situation happening right now. People are dying everywhere. However, people are still on their way to work, as we can see in the background. It's all because of global warming. It could be nothing else. The beetles are multiplying, and there's too much of them, and now they're eating off all the trees, and it's all humans' fault because we're so special that everything revolves around us. Like a Nickelodeon movie or a PBS movie, this guy just stops to talk to them where they're completely safe. Like, this is supposed to be some kind of video game or something, except without the entertainment.
I can protect these trees against greedy lumber companies and bad campers who start forest wildfires, but it's impossible for me to defend them against global warming.
Then shut the fuck up. Anyways, the stupid family decides to go near the beach after leaving their little friend in the forest, even though it's perfectly fine to stay there. They don't want to stay there, and he can't come with them because he's protecting the trees, but, you know... Common sense just flies out the window, or it never existed with these people. They stop, they fish, and what do? Can you guess it? You guys are awesome guessers, for those of you who are. Yet they stop and have a picnic on the beach, where the birds can get them. Because they're nowhere near the forest, they're out in the open. They stop and have a picnic on the beach. Not just an ordinary picnic, they straight up cook their fish on the beach. About you, but something tells me this is going to attract predatory birds like eagles who hate people. And there's a little bit of inconsistency there because the guy said they're just attacking people in their cars and people at gas stations. Clearly, every time these people were not in their cars, they were getting attacked anyway. They were attacking motels, they were attacking people on foot. So what is it about these people that makes the eagles want to kill them so much? I think I have a clue. Maybe the eagles feel sorry for them because of their perpetual stupidity, and they realize that natural selection is not doing its job, so they're gonna go ahead and help.
Yuck, I want Happy Meal. Me too.
No, you guys, there's no Happy Meals around here. Here, just try the seaweed, it'll be really good.
No, I want a Happy Meal.
Risking my life to keep you safe, and you're telling me you want a Happy Meal and telling me ew? Really, bro? How about you become food for the birds? I'm getting too personal. Why is it so personal? It's not that serious. You'll never forget who comes in to save the day. Oh yes, our badly rendered eagles.
Eagles.
Gotta go.
That's how you run when you're terrified? I don't know, but if huge birds and a flock of them were coming after me and I know that they had precision ability to cut people's throats and kill them without much effort at all, I'd be running a lot faster than that, especially since you just got some energy. This part is hilarious. Not really, but it just got me. It made me so annoyed. You don't need to watch any more after this part because it's just dumb. Like, I know they're just kids. I know. It's not their fault. I don't know what to say past that. By the way, that noise is done by a red-tailed hawk, not an eagle. Frick is wrong with them? Not only are the kids acting as though they're tripping, but this guy is shooting his gun, and I don't know why they did not edit. Okay, maybe they're trying to be funny. I have no idea what the frick is going on here. If you wanted someone to take your message seriously, maybe they're making fun of global warming. I have no what the hell is going on, because the guy shoots the gun. In post-production, this is very easy to spot. It's different if you're doing it pre-production, but post-production, you know when the gun goes off, when it's supposed to recoil. You did it okay in the other scenes, and this is how the gun is being fired now. Two of those times when he recoiled the gun, supposedly, he was supposed to fire, or at least you should have seen fire coming out the muzzle, whatever. And it didn't. So. On that note, I think I'm good. My brain is nice and toasty now. Holy crap, this is so bad for you health-wise. God. I can't even talk. I've completely forgotten how to use half of my vocabulary. Thank goodness that is over. For those of you who are like, watch the sequel.
Fuck you!
You watch it. I'm not subjecting myself to that again. That's way too much. Way too much. I mean, if you guys really want me to watch that, this video would have to be crazy, which it never will be, but it would have to be crazy views where I'm like, okay, now I have to pay them something back. But that's never gonna happen. And don't try to make it happen just to make me suffer. There's so many other different adventures that we can go on, and I am dreading every single one of them, but at least it won't be the monotony of whatever this dumpster fire. I never want to hear of this movie ever again. I don't want to see eagles for a good month. I don't want to hear the word Birdemic after I've just said it. I'm done. I am officially done. That was a horrible experience. Freaking horrible. Anyways, give me a second. I'm really not trying to be funny right now. I literally am at a loss for words. Like, after you watch something like that, it's like you regress. Like, you're forgetting how to talk. Or that part of your brain that had to preserve itself by shutting down momentarily. That's responsible for speech, that's just completely handicapped. Anyways, what was I gonna say? I don't even remember. God damn it. I'll write it in the comment if I do. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for watching.